Imagine sitting across from your therapist, pouring out your deepest fears and darkest secrets, trusting they'll help you heal. Now imagine discovering they're using those secrets to destroy you. Welcome to Shocking Stories, where we uncover the chilling betrayals hiding behind the people you trust most. Today, we're diving into a story about a woman whose therapy sessions turned into a nightmare when her therapist exploited her past for a sinister scheme. Ever think your confidant could be your enemy? Buckle up, because this tale will make you rethink who you let into your mind. Let's dive in. Mia Sullivan was a 30-year-old graphic designer living in a small apartment in Chicago, Illinois, about 5 miles from the Loop's glittering skyline. After years of struggling with anxiety tied to a childhood trauma, Mia sought help from Dr. David Harris, a respected therapist whose office was 15 miles away in Evanston. Dr. Harris, a soft-spoken 50-year-old with a warm smile and a wall full of credentials, seemed perfect. During their sessions, Mia opened up about a traumatic event from age 12, witnessing a hit-and-run outside her family's home in Aurora, 40 miles west of Chicago, where a man died and the driver, a shadowy figure, fled. The police never caught the culprit, and Mia carried guilt for not speaking up sooner. Dr. Harris listened intently, offering comfort. But soon, strange things started happening. A month into therapy, Mia noticed $2,000 missing from her savings account, withdrawn in small transfers she didn't authorize. Then her email was hacked, with sensitive work files sent to unknown addresses. She changed her passwords, but the incidents continued. Her phone glitched, showing calls she didn't make. Mia confided in her friend, Ellie, a cybersecurity analyst who lived 3 miles away in Lincoln Park. Ellie ran a scan on Mia's devices, finding spyware installed weeks ago, around the time Mia started seeing Dr. Harris. "This isn't random," Ellie said. "Someone's targeting you." Mia's heart raced. Could her therapist be involved? What would you do if your private life started unraveling after therapy? Mia hesitated to suspect Dr. Harris. He was kind, professional, but the timing was too perfect. She searched online for reviews of his practice, finding glowing testimonials, but also a buried forum post from 2022, claiming Harris had ruined a client's life. The post was deleted hours later, but Mia screenshotted. She decided to test Harris, sharing a fake story in their next session about hiding money in a safe. Days later, she got a text from an unknown number. "Where's the safe, Mia?" Her blood ran cold. The only person she'd told was Harris. She contacted a private investigator, Rachel, who worked 10 miles away in Skokie, specializing in fraud cases. Rachel agreed to dig into Harris's background, warning Mia to be careful. "Therapists have access to your mind," Rachel said. "That's power." Rachel's initial findings were alarming. Dr. David Harris had no record before 2010, unusual for a licensed therapist. His credentials checked out, but his past was a blank slate. Mia kept attending sessions, acting normal while Rachel investigated. One night, Mia found a note slipped under her apartment door, 20 feet from the elevator. "Stop asking questions, or the world knows your secret." The note mentioned the hit and run, details only she'd shared with Harris. Mia's hands shook. She was being blackmailed. That same night, she saw a car idling 100 feet from her building, its driver hidden in shadow. Ever feel like your deepest secrets are being weaponized against you? Let's see where Mia's search leads. You ever feel like you're trapped in a game where someone knows your every weakness? That's where Mia was, realizing her therapist might be orchestrating a campaign to ruin her life. A drained bank account, hacked emails, and a threatening note tied to her childhood trauma. Every clue pointed to Dr. Harris. Welcome back to Shocking Stories, where we're diving deeper into a betrayal that's as chilling as it gets. Ready to see what Mia uncovers? Because this story's about to take a deadly turn. What would you do if your therapist turned your secrets against you? Mia's first step was to confirm Dr. Harris's motives. Rachel, the PI, dug deeper, finding a lawsuit from 2015 against a David Harris in Milwaukee, 90 miles north of Chicago, for extorting a client. The case was settled out of court, and Harris vanished, resurfacing in Evanston. Rachel also discovered Harris had a second office 20 miles away in Northbrook, unregistered, where he met private clients. Mia's stomach churned. Was he running a blackmail scheme? Rachel hacked into Harris's public-facing website, finding encrypted files listing clients' names, including Mia's, with notes on their leverage points. Mia's file mentioned the hit and run, labeled high value. She felt sick. Her trauma was a weapon. Mia decided to tail Harris, borrowing Ellie's car to avoid recognition. She followed him from his Evanston office to the Northbrook address, a nondescript building 25 miles from her apartment. Parking 200 feet away, she saw Harris enter with a man carrying a briefcase. Their conversation hushed. Mia snapped photos, but as she left, a black SUV followed her for 3 miles before disappearing. Her phone buzzed with a new text. "You're not invisible, Mia." Her heart pounded. Harris knew she was watching. Rachel analyzed the photos, identifying the man as Victor Crane, a known fixer for Chicago's underworld, linked to extortion rackets. Was Harris working with criminals? Mia and Rachel devised a plan. Mia would confront Harris in his Evanston office, recording the session with a hidden app on her phone while Rachel waited outside. At the appointment, Mia asked pointed questions about trust, watching Harris's reaction. He smiled, but his eyes were cold. "You seem tense, Mia," he said. "Anything you want to share?" Mia pushed, mentioning the bank withdrawals. Harris's jaw tightened, and he suggested she was projecting paranoia. As she left, she noticed a file on his desk with her name. That night, her apartment was ransacked, her therapy notes stolen. A new note was left on her bed, 10 feet from her door. "Aurora, 1997. I know everything." The hit-and-run details were exact. Ever get that sinking feeling your life is no longer yours? Let's see what Mia does next. Rachel traced the texts to a burner phone bought in Northbrook, likely by Crane. She also uncovered a police report from Aurora, 1997, about the hit and run Mia witnessed. The victim, a local businessman, had ties to a smuggling ring, and the driver was never identified. Rachel's bombshell: Harris, then a young psychologist, had counseled the victim's family, giving him access to the case. Mia's mind reeled. Harris wasn't just exploiting her, he was connected to her trauma. She demanded to confront him again, against Rachel's advice. Ellie installed a tracker on Mia's phone, syncing it to Rachel's in case things went wrong. Mia booked an emergency session, driving 15 miles to Evanston, her heart in her throat. Was Harris the driver, or something worse? You ever feel like you're walking into a trap, but the truth is worth the risk? That's where Mia was, preparing to face a therapist who'd turned her secrets into a noose. A blackmail scheme, a hacked life, and a link to her childhood trauma. Every step brought her closer to danger. Welcome back to Shocking Stories, where we're about to uncover the final twist in a tale that turned therapy into a fight for survival. Ready for the shock of a lifetime? Because this one's going to hit you hard. What would you do if your therapist was your enemy? Mia arrived at Dr. Harris's office, 15 miles from her Chicago apartment, at 7 p.m., the building quiet. She activated her recording app. Rachel parked 100 feet away with a view of the entrance. Inside, Harris was calm, his desk clear of her file. Mia cut to the chase. "Why are you blackmailing me?" Harris's smile vanished. "That's a serious accusation," he said, leaning forward. Mia revealed the texts, the note, and his Northbrook office. Harris's eyes darkened, and he stood, locking the door 10 feet behind her. "You should have left it alone," he said, pulling a flash drive from his pocket. "Your secrets are on here, ready to go public." Harris admitted to the scheme, targeting clients with useful pasts, like Mia's. The twist? He wasn't just a therapist. He was the hit-and-run driver from 1997, a secret he'd buried by framing a smuggler who worked for Victor Crane's network. When Mia shared her trauma, Harris saw a threat. Her memory could expose him. He'd drained her account and hacked her life to silence her, planning to leak her story if she didn't comply. Mia's heart pounded. She'd trusted a killer. As she backed toward the door, Harris grabbed a letter opener, lunging. Mia dodged, knocking over a lamp, and screamed, alerting Rachel. Rachel burst in, tackling Harris as Mia unlocked the door. They restrained him until police arrived, alerted by Ellie's tracker. The flash drive held files on dozens of clients, including Mia's trauma and evidence of Harris's blackmail network with Crane. A search of his Northbrook office, 20 miles away, uncovered bank records and burner phones linking him to Crane, who was arrested in Chicago. The 1997 Aurora case was reopened, with Harris charged for the hit-and-run murder, confirmed by old dashcam footage Rachel found in police archives. Mia's testimony sealed his fate, but her life was shattered. She'd trusted a monster with her pain. Mia moved 200 miles to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, unable to stay in Chicago. She quit therapy, haunted by Harris's voice. The worst part? Crane's network is still active, and Mia gets anonymous texts hinting someone knows her new address. So, here's the question. Could you trust a therapist after this? This is Shocking Stories, and we're just getting started. Hit that like button if this gave you chills, and subscribe for more heart-pounding tales. Comment below. What would you do if your therapist betrayed you? Share this video, because sometimes the scariest threats come from those you trust most.